Hey, what's up, guys? This is Howard, and welcome to my YouTube channel. And also, I want to say a big thank you to my first ever subscriber on YouTube. Thank you, guy. You are the little G. You are the little OG. Okay, so this week is actually my biggest. I have my biggest win so far, and in a long time, this is a really comfortable profitable week. So I had a profitable week at the back, like I think last week, which was like I think last week or 2 weeks ago, which was like maybe 40% or so. But this one is actually like I say, this is a profitable week. So stick around to the end of the video and you will see how everything plays out. This week I took three trades, and the first one is AUD CHF, which was a loss, and the following one is New Zealand JPY, which has been my biggest win so far, and the third one is USD CHF, which is currently running in profit at the moment. I could have closed it, but stop loss and take profit are there for a reason. So until the market gets to my take profits, I'm doing nothing. And the good thing is I already broke even on the trade, so I don't mind whatever happens to it. But I'm expecting to be a win also, so making it 2 wins and a loss this week is actually very good for me. And my trade per week has usually been like maybe 3 or 4, 3 or 4, 3 or 4. No matter how hard I look, it has always been 3 or 4. So this is a good week for me. Stick around, so I'll show you the breakdown of the videos. Unfortunately, I was unable to like make video during the week when the trade was playing out and everything, but I will see what I can do to let you guys see what I was looking at from the beginning of the analysis and to the point where I took the trade and where the trade is currently and stop loss TP. I will show you guys. I took three trades this week. AUD New Zealand JPY, and USD The AUD was a loss. Now I don't even take long for it to me out. So let me just show you. So I didn't have time during the week, so I was unable to like make videos, like late time videos of the trade. So let's just go to my journal. So this is what I saw in daily time frame. As you can see, market is still kind of bullish here because we are unable to break this low right here. So which means this tells you that market is still bullish. So now coming down to the 4-hour time frame, I wasn't expecting much. So there is this liquidity right here. I was expecting market to like come to this liquidity, then probably move back to the downside. Then on the 1-hour time frame, this is it. So if you remember, this is the liquidity I was expecting on the 4-hour time frame, and since there is this supply, it's not really very good supply, but at least I think it should still kind of like reject the market. So I'm just waiting for the market to break this counter trend line and this supply zone, then I'll just take my trade from the demand zone that breaks it. But unfortunately for me, it end up in a loss. Can you see? The market pulled back, broke the demand zone, and then came back, swiped this liquidity here, and still took me out. And after that, the market was just like everywhere. Let me show you what the market looks like now in the CHF. Can you see? Can you see? This okay. This is where the market took me out. Can you see? It has been everywhere. Was going in profits. So that's that on the ADCHF. So the next one I took was New Zealand JPY. So this has been my biggest win so far. That has been my biggest win so far. I made like 1 to 4 point something on this trade, on this particular trade. So now this one now on the daily time frame, as you can see from the market is the market broke out of this, broke this counter trend line and also broke structure to the upside. So this now gave me a conviction that okay, the market is still bullish. And now you can see the market pull back into this daily demand zone. So these are things that I feel like okay, I think this thing is still, this thing will be bullish. Then so on the 4 hour time frame, I see okay, the market has been rejected from this demand zone and it's now moving to the upside. Then so what I was just waiting for, like I should see like a confirmation, which should be like a break of structure to the upside. And on go so good. And on 1 hour time frame, I have this supply zone. Yeah. So I was just waiting for market to break above it. We test the what's it called? The demand zone that breaks this zone, then I will take it from there. So this is what my entry looks like. This is my entry looks like. It's almost take me out a ball. On my MT5, it is quite different. I don't know where my broker is getting their data from, but it's quite different. So it's still like a lot of like 10 pips or so, 10 pips or more away from my stop loss, but because everything good. So this is the demand zone that I remove the supply zone. I just set my pending order and I ate everything. So I was targeting this liquidity above and the market did not surprise me. Sorry, the market did not disappoint me rather. So, okay, no. But yeah, that's a target. I was targeting this liquidity right here and the market did not disappoint me a bit. Can you see how beautiful this is? So when the market pulled back, I did not even know because it was like I think 1 a.m. here. I think it was like 1 a.m. my time. So I didn't even know. I just woke up and I saw that I already made like $28. Yeah, I think it was $28. I put the pictures above here so you see. I think it's like 28 or maybe 24, 28. I'll link the picture above so you see it for yourself. Now the last trade I took is USDCHF, and this one too is a winner actually. This one is a winner, and this one. So from the weekly time frame, this one now, as you can see here, the market broke out of this range and then pull back. So seeing this bearish engulfing candle, I was like, okay, since we are getting a bearish engulfing candle after an inverted arrow, then I feel like this is a good enough bearish sign that this is a good enough bearish signal, which means this week, the following week will also be like a bearish week. So I already know from that one that okay, I'm anticipating for a bearish push. So now on the daily time frame, can you see the market pull back into the discount zone and it was immediately rejected from there? Although there was not like impulsive leg to show that okay, the market is very much bearish, but impulse or no impulse, you still have to follow what the market is showing you. Then on 4 hour time frame, I saw this. This is the supply zone, and this is where the market was when I first analyzed this pair. Seeing this pair took like maybe 2 or 3 days for the whole thing to materialize before the market even comes back to this one. I was already losing hope because the market kind of like book structure here. It took liquidity from here before it's coming back. Yeah, so on the 1 hour time frame, there was not really much to go to with on the 1 hour time frame. It's just like basically the same thing with the 4 hour time frame. You can see the market took liquidity below. Let me just show you my entry. So can you see market took liquidity below, then took liquidity above. If this thing happened like 2 a.m. my time, if I'm not mistaken, if I was actually looking at the chart, I might close it because this was crazy close to my stop loss. So and I woke up and I saw this bearish candle here, and I'm like, bro, this impulse leg to the upside is a lot. So it took a lot for me to just hold this trade. I was telling myself like, okay, since I was basically looking at my chart from the weekly time frame down to the 4 hour time frame. I looked at it like 5 times before I can say, okay, let me just leave this thing to run. If I make a loss, I make a loss. If I make a win, fine. So I was able to later decide that, okay, let me just leave because I just made $28 and I'm not trying to like give it back to the market. Do you understand? But at the end of the day, I was able to like leave it, which is something that I'm also trying to develop. So I was able to like leave it. The thing is, before taking it into it, accept your risk. If you are risking, let's say $5, accept that okay, this $5 is gone. So that's how your mindset should be when trading. Then this is where we are. Let's get this picture. Can you see? This is where we are at the moment. 4.5 here. So can you see? It was very, very, very like just like 2 pip or 1 pip away from my stop loss, and I think the spread was very. I think the spread was in my favor that time. Let me see the time. It happened 12 a.m. Assuming this was like maybe when the market is actually closing for the day, I might have been a stop loss because no, the spread will be wider then. But also good. Can you see? Beautiful. I I actually checked the lower time frame. I checked 15 minutes, I checked 5 minutes time frame just to for me to say, okay, yeah, let me even see something here. Maybe like what's it called again? Let him just see something that will show okay, this thing is bearish, this thing will turn, this thing will turn. Guy, I didn't see anything. So I just left it like okay, let me just leave it as it is, then we'll know what to do from there. So I left it, then I went to work. So at work was when I now saw this other candle and I'm like, whoa. So I was just glad I left it. Do you understand? Then later, no, later on during the day, this candle, I was like very happy. So I didn't have time to check it. If not, I might have closed it when the market was like around there. But it's all good. So every time the market was coming down, I was not actually looking at this chart. So I will just leave it. So even this one now as it is, I've broken even. So my stop loss is above this supply zone, which I am looking to like take a trade from if the market eventually comes up before coming down. Yeah, I'm adding to it. I'm transferring my risk from here to here. So instead of that means if it goes in my favor, if instead of making just 4 out I'll be taking like maybe 9 or 8, depending on the risk to what I get from here down. So this is basically the trade I took for the week, just 3 trades, and it was magnificent. So this is the current state of the market. As you can see, like I told you earlier, I took this is where we are on the accounts. I took the AUDCHF and New Zealand JPY. So let me show you the USDCHF. You can see still running profits. This is where we are, almost close to TP, and I'm still gonna leave it. This the pending order here also, which will be like a second entry for me. As you can see, this is my stop loss. I already broke even, and I don't care whatever happened to the price, but I'm expecting it to still calm down. Like I'm expecting to still calm down. So this is where we are for the week. This is where we are for the week, and you can see we are floating. We started this thing with $30 something, and it went down to like 18 or so. So now we are back on top. Yeah, that's how it is. Let me just show you the past history, so you know it's still the same account. Can you see? It's still the same account. It's still the same account. You can see everywhere is just red, but we are coming back. So this month, you can see this for the past month now, I made a loss of $1, but assuming the USDCHF actually has gone to TP, I would have been profit for the month, but it's all good. It's all good. What I learned from all this week in particular is that, firstly, have to trust in yourself. I've been in this market for like 3 years plus now, and I'm still I don't have that confidence in myself. So I just feel this past year, I just be like, guy, you have been in this thing for so long. Some people don't even take more than like a year to stay constantly profitable, and you have been in this game for more than 3 years. So there must be something you're doing wrong. So, and I have to like stay away from everybody as possible, as much as possible. Literally everybody, because I was not even discussing charts with anybody, and I was not even looking at anybody to buy this my own. So it really helps me a lot. And doing the analysis without any bias in mind, like, okay, this guy said EUSD is bullish this week, so that means subconsciously or consciously I will be looking for a bullish setup for EUSD. But since I don't have that thing, I was able to like look at the chart for what it actually is, what is actually showing me, which has been a actually big leap for me. So the other thing is have it in your own analysis. Once you know you have your system dialed down and your strategy and everything is on point, you don't need validation from anybody. Just do your thing. Continue grinding. If you take a loss, it's a loss. If you take a win, losing is part of the game and winning is part of the game. So losing and winning are the same things. There are things you learn from. You understand? So trust your analysis and continue. If you're a beginner, don't trust your analysis. Get a mentor. Let the mentor take you through everything. So once you learn the whole system and everything, then you can now sit back and move it forward on your own. Because at the end of the day, this is a solo game. Actually, you might have a community and everything, but it is still you versus you in the market. Not you and somebody versus the market. It's only you and you in the market. If you want to go further in this space, that's it. So the third thing is, before entering the trade, accept your risk. If you are risking $5, if you are risking $50, just know that okay, this $50 I'm ready to risk it in the market. So this thing happened in my USD CHF trade, whereby I'm looking at the market floating in red, and the market gets close, very close to my stop loss, and the candle was an impulsive candle. So seeing this now makes me feel like, guy, this money go, just close this trade and forget about it. Because when I woke up, the market is already like break even for me. The market is back at my entry point, so if I close it, I won't lose anything. But I just told myself like, guy, no. So I have to like redo my analysis like 3 times. I was looking at the weekly chart, looking at the 4 hour, looking at the weekly chart, looking at the 4 hour. So then I just told myself, yeah, before you enter, you already accept your risk. So why panicking? So I just left it to it. Then during the day, I checked back and it was floating in big profits. So this thing now make me think like, assuming I have cowardly closed the trade, I would have missed all this move. So this is a big lesson for me too. Once I enter, I put my stop loss and take profits, and that's the end. I don't have any business in the market again. I want to check it. Is it as the market hit my stop loss or has it got into my take profits? So that's the only thing. Stop loss and take profit are there for a reason. Let them do their work. Don't be monitoring the markets here. And if you are a day trader, once you set your stop loss and take profits and you enter the trade, just forget about it. Go on and do whatever you want to do with your life. When the market gets to your stop loss or take profits, you surely get a notification. Then you can check back or check back in time you are available again. Then you don't have to like stay at the whole thing and be watching as the market is going up, going down. That will kill you. So these are what I've learned so far this week, and it's actually a good week for me. Sincerely, actually a good week for me because it gives me the conviction that I don't need anybody to validate my setup and everything for me. And going forward, that's what I'll be doing. If anybody talk about it, say okay, and do you think you use this bullish? I'll go block them. Sincerely, I don't want any influence. If you don't ask me questions, safe for now, just me questions. Let me do my thing. I'm just joking, sure. Just joking, but I won't allow any outside influence to have any impact on my trade going forward. Thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. Like, share, and subscribe, and see you next week. Bye.